What's going on, everybody? It's Cody. Welcome back to the channel. Back again here with the Women's Basketball Olympics USA slate, facing Belgium here. 2K to first. Obviously a bit disappointing. Would love to see the contest get a little bigger, but I will take what we can get. Looking back at the showdown against Japan, sadly, I got a lot of stuff right. I was really happy with, obviously, Asia Wilson was extremely popular. So was Brianna Stewart. Mentioned to everybody in the video on YouTube and the Discord, everything. Maya Yamamoto was in the core. She absolutely smashed. She's a fantastic young talent. And I mentioned to everybody how much I really liked BG. I think her ownership went down a bit when she wasn't starting. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe this is where she probably should have been, but she should have been higher owned than that. I mean, she was practically Godzilla out there with those Japan girls. They're just so undersized, and they actually started like a small lineup. Like Asia looked like a giant out there with the lineup that they went with. They actually did not start Takata. I did play. I rotated through. I played 3 lineups. Ended up making a little bit of money. Obviously, would have made a lot more. Like I played pretty much my core 5. I played Asia captain, Stewie captain, and I played 2 Asia captains and 1 Stewie captain. But I played Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Yamamoto, BG, and Hayashi in all 3 lines. Then I rotated Alyssa Thomas, Stephanie Mawuli, and Evelyn Mawuli. Sadly, Hayashi, I was really high on her. I knew she would come in and lower ownership just because people are just going to play like the cheaper USA players. And Chelsea Gray had an insane passing game, put up 13 assists, went nuts. Hayashi shot 1 of 10. Still put up 18 fantasy points. Obviously could have had a huge game. I was really locked in on her just because I knew she was going to put up the volume. Fantastic tournament play. Obviously just didn't work out. Alyssa Thomas, not the best play on these showdown slates, especially like with the usage monsters around her. Like she's just not going to be asked to do a lot. Not going to get enough minutes really. We'll scroll through here so you guys can see the other 3. This is the one that played Evelyn Mawuli. She scored 4 fantasy points. She shot 1 of 9. So yeah, there's that. And then the lineup that did not. No, this lineup did cash. It cashed with. Nope, that's the wrong one. There's Stephanie Mawuli. The lineup was Stephanie Mawuli, who played sub 10 minutes, cashed. So that just shows you like how locked in we were on this top 4. Obviously, like I would make the Hayashi play 10 out of 10 times. Just got unlucky. Evelyn Mawuli was a good play. Stephanie Mawuli probably not. Her shots weren't the best. Like her shot attempts in the exhibition games, but I'm fine with that. That's enough on the look back, though. Let's get into this game. Really excited for it. Belgium did lose to Germany, which was kind of surprising to me. I thought Belgium would be a little bit better of a team, but that's a pretty rough loss in my opinion, just with the talent level on both these teams. But let's start on the USA side. Prices are up, and I really like that. Pricing got super tight. I think it's going to make for some great plays. Asia Wilson, obviously, firmly in play. Best play on the slate at 11K. If you can get to her at captain, probably going to be optimal. She's just an absolute monster. Like if we pull up the stats, she played 26 minutes, 24 points, 13 rebounds. So obviously you can scroll over and look at assists and blocks and steals and everything, but the gist of it, 24, 13, she's just a monster. Right behind her there is Stewie. She played right at 26 minutes as well. She scored 22 points with 8 boards. Both of them had some stocks. Stewie had a couple more assists. So always, pretty much just start your lineup with both of them. They're going to get the most run for Team USA. They're their 2 best usage plays. So I always like starting lineups with them. I would not fade them under any circumstance. Just play them and then figure out the other 4 spots in your lineup. BG is priced up 8,800. She played 15 minutes off the bench, pretty much 16. Obviously dominated when she was out there. Almost went for a double-double, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Got a couple stocks. Don't love the price on her if she's only going to see around 15 to 16 minutes off the bench, but I think she's fine. She's firmly in play. I will tell you, Belgium is a lot bigger of a team than Japan, so I don't expect her to just dominate like she did against Japan. Sabrina Ionescu, don't even want to talk about it. She was absolute horrible chalk. 40+% owned in the big tournament and got there just on like sheer luck. She was like, she did not touch the floor until like 3 minutes to go in the first half and did not play well in the first half, had 0 points, and then got there in the second half. It is what it is. I cannot believe at her price point, she was like, I think she was 7,800, 8,400, $8,400, and she was 40% owned coming off the bench and got there for the people that played her. Whatever. Chelsea Gray did have a good game, but her price went way up. She was like 2,800 all the way up to 7K. This is what I'm going to say about all of these guards for Team USA. Yes, you can play any of them because they are all more than capable of having a good game. Chelsea Gray played 20 minutes. She shot 1 of 5, scored 2 points, and had 13 assists. She very well could play the Diana Taurasi minutes, where she plays 15 minutes and shoots 1 of 2, 2 points. She's going to get some assists just with the FIBA rule. So she's fine, but I think at her price point, it's really hard to pay that price tag for her. Just the ceiling is pretty capped, in my opinion. Then I do want to mention the first 3 off the bench for Team USA in this first game were Kelsey Plum, Joel Lloyd, and Brittany Griner. So those were the first 3 off the bench, and Joel Lloyd is the absolute cheapest play on Team USA. So it's a lot different than the absolute chalk that was Sabrina Ionescu last game, who was over 8K, and she was over 40% owned. Won't see that again, just with pricing being a lot tighter on this slate. But I do have some interest in Joel Lloyd down here at 3K. Obviously, she can come in. She's a scorer. If she does not score, she's probably going to kill you. Just keep that in mind, but she's a good tournament play. I think Kelsey Plum's a fine tournament play, but not really crazy about her at her price point. DT, starting 3,400, should play around 15 minutes. She's in play if you think she hits her shots. Not expecting a lot of minutes for her. I would expect around 15 minutes practically every game. But the big misprice on the slate is Nafisa Collier at 3,600. She was $9,000 against Japan, and she has tricked all the way down to 3,600. She started the exhibition game and the first game against Japan. Fully expect her to start again. She got in massive foul trouble, picked up 2 fouls in like 2 minutes. Would expect her to play closer to 20 to 22 minutes rather than the 15 that she saw. Let's see, where is she at? She played 15 minutes, shot 2 of 6. She's going to take some shots. She can get some rebounds. She's a good ball handler for a small forward. Don't mind taking shots on her. She's by far my favorite play. Probably under BG, maybe even above BG, honestly. She's probably my 3rd favorite target on Team USA, just point per dollar wise. So definitely have some interest there. Probably not getting to Clea Copper. Jackie Young is fine. And then I mentioned Alyssa Thomas. Really just hard to recommend playing her in this format where she's just not going to get a lot of usage. Not going to get a lot done in the minutes that she's going to get. As for Belgium, this is a team that you can have some interest in. They run pretty tight rotation. I mean, when you look at it, they started, let's look at their starters. So this is good to know because the next showdown we get will be USA versus Germany. We've already saw the exhibition game, but there's their starters. It will be those exact same starters unless Baby Sabali is hurt for the Olympics. But it's not what we're talking about today. For Belgium, they started Van Loo, Becky Massey, Dallaire, Mieseman, and Linskens. I fully expect those 5 to start again. If you look at the minutes, Dallaire played 32 minutes, almost 33. Miesemann played 36 minutes. You got Becky Massey played 20. Julie Van Loo played 30. And then Linskens played 24. So then you look, if you take those 5 out, you have Ramette played 18 off the bench. You had Ressamont played 9 minutes off the bench. Klassen's DNP'd, Billy Massey DNP'd, and Joris DNP'd. Then you had Lasoa played 18 minutes off the bench, and Manunga played 10 minutes off the bench. That is it. So they ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 9-girl rotation, and 2 of those players played sub 10 minutes. So pretty tight rotation for their starters. I would expect their starters to get quite a bit of run here, especially since they've already lost a game. I'm not expecting them to win. Obviously, Team USA should absolutely dog-walk Belgium, especially if they struggled and lost to Germany. But starting at the top, Emma Miesemann, 9,400. She is worth every dime. Like, she is the defending WNBL MVP. She was a perennial WNBA high-end player. Did not re-sign to go over and play ball overseas to grow the game for the WNBL. She's fantastic. Like, if we look at her stats, she, like I just mentioned, she played 36 minutes, shot 10 of 15. We can pull it up here. Actually, yeah, it does show the stats against Germany. So she shot 10 of 15, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 stocks. I love Emma Miesemann. I think she's going to be lower owned because of her price, and I think you can fit her in some builds. So I have a lot of interest in her. Julie Van Loo, those of you guys that play WNBA DFS with me, you know who she is. She plays for the Mystics. She is one of their go-to options on offense, especially with Julia Almond out. She's going to run the point. She's a great three-point shooter. Shot 4 of 8. Took 13 shots. She's gonna shoot it a lot more for this team than she does for the Mystics. Big assist upside. Obviously can score and fill it up. So don't mind her. Price is a bit steep, but I think you can still get there. Linskens is fine. Worried a little bit about foul trouble going up against Asia, but she should play mid-20s minutes, assuming no foul trouble. She's a fine play. I don't think you have to get there. Lasawa is fine. 6K seems overpriced for her coming off the bench. The minutes that she's getting. Here is where I have a lot of interest. Dallaire shot 1 of 9 against Germany. Played 33 minutes. 3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. She's going to get you some peripheral stats. In the 2 exhibition games, she went 9-0-11. And then 11-4-3. So she can score a bit. Definitely will take shots. Obviously, she shot 1 of 9. Was still putting up shots. Obviously, the assist numbers are going to come down with Van Loo on the team. But I do have some interest in Dallaire. Becky Massey is fine. Not crazy about her, just with the minutes. Like, they kept her where she at. They kept her down to 20 minutes. She's super low usage. Not going to do a lot when she's out there, so don't think you have to go there. My favorite plays on this team are just going to be Miesemann, Van Loo, and Dallaire. If you want to play 2, you can. If you want to play 1, you can, and just go 5-1 stack with USA. Don't mind that. But there are some plays on Belgium here that are solid and could outscore some of the cheaper USA value plays. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I will be in the Discord leading up to this game. Obviously, just wanted to get this video out early. The game doesn't start until Thursday, but good luck to everybody, and we'll see you for the next one.